title The Haunted Video Game. In the dimly lit room of his cluttered apartment, Alexander Mark sat alone, staring at his computer screen. It was a chilly, moonless night, the perfect setting for a nightmarish story that was about to unfold. Alexander had always been a passionate gamer, constantly in search of new and exciting experiences. Little did he know that this night would be different, that he would stumble upon a video game that would plunge him into a nightmare from which there might be no escape. The game, called The Haunting of Shadows, had a hidden gem in the dark corners of the internet. Rumors of its existence circulated among gaming forums, whispered by those who had heard of its legendary terror. There were no official downloads or purchase links. To acquire the game, you had to delve into the depths of the web and find it on obscure back-alley websites. After hours of searching, Alexander managed to download a copy of the game. Its rules were simple yet sinister, a harbinger of the horrors to come. Rules of the Haunting of Shadows. Number 1. You must play the game alone in complete darkness and with headphones on. Number 2. You have one life. If your character dies in the game, you will experience a real-life consequence. Number 3. There is no pause button, no quitting and no escape until the game is completed. Number 4. To win, you must navigate a decrepit, haunted mansion. Find 5 cursed artifacts and confront the malevolent spirit that haunts it. Number 5. If you lose, you will be haunted by the spirit for the rest of your days, plagued by sinister apparitions and plagued by relentless fear. Alexander, intrigued by the promise of unparalleled horror, clicked Start Game and was immediately immersed in a world of darkness and dread. The haunted mansion materialized before him, its rotting wood and tattered wallpaper creating an eerie, oppressive atmosphere. As Alexander's in-game character moved through the creaking halls, he was acutely aware of every sound. The whispering of the wind, the distant moans of restless spirits, and the haunting, discordant melody of a ghostly piano. The sense of foreboding was almost unbearable. For hours, Alexander navigated the haunted mansion, his heart pounding in his chest as he collected cursed artifacts and encountered malevolent spirits. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was not alone, that something was lurking just out of sight, waiting for the right moment to strike. As he reached the final stage of the game, Alexander felt an overwhelming sense of dread. The malevolent spirit that haunted the mansion was waiting for him in the grand ballroom, an ethereal figure cloaked in shadow and despair. The haunting melody of the piano grew louder, more dissonant as the spirit closed in. Alexander had no choice but to confront the spirit. In a harrowing battle, he fought for his life, the ethereal spectre attacking with nightmarish fury. He could feel the malevolent presence seeping into his very soul, a chilling sensation that transcended the boundaries of the game. As the final blow landed, Alexander's character fell to the ground in a lifeless way. He watched in horror as the screen went black. It was then that he realized the true nature of the game, the cruel trap that had ensnared him. There was no victory, no escape. He was trapped in the haunted mansion, and the malevolent spirit was now free to haunt him in real life. Alexander removed his headphones, his heart racing as he looked around his darkened apartment. He was not alone. Shadows danced in the corners of the room, and the ghostly piano melody echoed through the silence. The malevolent spirit had crossed the digital divide, and there was no escape from its relentless terror. Days turned into weeks, and Alexander's life became a living nightmare. He saw apparitions in every reflection, heard whispers in every darkened room. Sleep became a torment as the malevolent spirit visited him in his dreams, a nightmarish presence that left him drenched in cold sweat. Desperation drove Alexander to research the origins of the cursed game, but he found nothing but dead ends. It was as though the haunting of shadows had materialized from the darkest recesses of the internet, a sinister creation without a creator. He was trapped, lost in a digital hell from which there was no escape. As the malevolent spirit continued to torment him, Alexander's sanity unraveled. He became a hollow shell of his former self, a man haunted by a presence that refused to release its grip. He knew that he was doomed, that the malevolent spirit would never let him go. And then, one fateful night, as the malevolent spirit closed in, Alexander realized the only way to break free. In an act of desperation, he returned to the game. His character, a spectral echo of himself, facing the malevolent spirit one final time. In a heart-stopping showdown, Alexander's character battled the spirit, and with a surge of determination, he emerged victorious. The malevolent spirit dissipated into nothingness, leaving behind a chilling silence. Alexander watched as the haunted mansion crumbled, the darkness receding and the ghostly piano fading into the void. He had won, but at a terrible cost. The curse was broken and the malevolent spirit was gone. But he knew that he could never truly escape the horror that had consumed his life. As the game closed, Alexander was left in the darkness of his apartment, alone and broken. The terror had taken its toll, and he knew that he would never be the same. He had played a game with the supernatural, and in doing so he had danced with the devil. The haunting melody of the piano continued to echo in his mind, a reminder of the nightmare he had endured. To this day, no one knows what happened to Alexander Mark, the player who dared to enter the world of the haunting of shadows. Some say he vanished without a trace, while others claim that he was driven to madness by the malevolent spirit. But one thing is certain, the legend of the cursed game lives on. A cautionary tale for those who seek to explore the darkest corners of the digital realm. The malevolent spirit may be gone, but its haunting legacy endures. A chilling reminder that some horrors are best left unexplored. Remember, in the darkest corners of your imagination, the true horrors await, lurking just beyond the veil of your reality. Until next time, dare to dream, if you can.